towards me. You have to put,
No, I don't. I don't even know what's on the agenda.
pursuant to Texas Government Code, oh, we're not gonna do that. We want to deliberate the employment, evaluation, or duties of the city attorney.
So what are we doing? I read in the paper more than I knew in my packet.
Right.
I mean, when I picked up the paper, I couldn't believe what I read because it told me more than my packet told me. My packet told me I was going into executive session about an attorney. I picked up the paper and it told me that we were renewing, something about Tracy and getting a new attorney. I do not like that.
Would you like to?
Sure, I'll say what I've got to say. The expense of the city attorney caught my attention when I first came to the city, and I thought it was excessive. And I thought that some of the department heads were abusing, calling the city attorney and whatnot. And I talked to a former city manager who suggested an attorney, a law firm that specialized in municipal law. That's all they do. They have 5 lawyers on staff that's all they do is do municipal law. The answers I get from them are very explicit and very quick, with a minimum expense. And I've visited with the firm, and I just think we ought to change.
Okay, so, okay, here we go. When I was in your office, what, 3 months ago? When you screamed at me, you and Galen both, and told me that I could not, wait, I'm gonna finish. Raised your voice at me,
There you go.
you raised your voice at me, and told me I was not allowed to call the city attorney, and you told me that because she charged $55,000, maybe it was 50, is it 50 or 50,000 that year? You remember that conversation?
Thank you.
Do you remember the conversation?
Thank you. Yes, I do remember.
Okay, but in return, the 1099 that year that the city sent was how much?
I don't know.
23,000 some odd dollars, okay? So, are you saying that that 20-something thousand was too much? Is that what you're saying now? It's too excess,
I think it was excessive.
20-something thousand?
I was getting bills for, 6 months at a time. We didn't get monthly bills. I asked the city attorney to start sending me monthly bills. I got a monthly bill one time, hadn't had one since, and I don't know if it's because we haven't been using her, or the department heads hadn't been calling her, or what the problem is. But I wanted the city staff to go through me when they did, me or the mayor, when they called and got information from the city attorney. She would, and she will admit this, she was charging us every time we called her. $43.75.
I don't believe I'm a city staff. If I am, I'm missing the
Okay,
check
well,
somewhere.
that's fine, you could call.
But that's not what you told me. You told me that you were gonna send the bill to me. Is that, am I correct or am I? Okay. I didn't want to sit here and make believe that I was making something up. Okay,
You're not.
okay.
But you heard the city attorney that I used on the garbage ordinance thing for the people outside the city limits using the garbage. He was very explicit, understood everything. The reason I used him on that is because I assumed that our city attorney had reviewed that ordinance. I don't know if she did or not,
Tracy,
but that was
did you
before I
review the
came.
ordinance?
It was not before you came, and no, I did not review the ordinance.
It was
not-
passed after I got here, but the ordinance started before I came.
It was not sent to me, nobody asked me.
Well,
I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, but I just don't is all coming from. I just don't know exactly what
Well,
she
I'll
done.
tell you another, I'll be real frank, I'll tell you another thing. When y'all hired me, she spoke against me. That-
Oh,
Now, let's stop right there. Let me finish this. If for a city attorney to inject her opinion into the hiring of some staff member is wrong.
did she speak it in public?
She spoke it in the session in here. I was told by members of the council that she did.
Was that an executive session?
That's correct.
So someone repeated something from an executive session?
That's correct.
I'm pretty sure there's a state law on that, is there not, Tracy?
And I will take this, that when I came there, the majority of the council members said that there was time for a change.
So
We were
you
not
spoke to, so there was, you spoke to council members about that?
No, I did not go to them and individually speak to them in different conversations. They thought that after so many years, city attorney should make a big change. Did I have a conversation with them about it? No, but they expressed their opinion.
Okay, this is what I've got to say about this. This is what bothers me the most. It's not about changing the attorney. If we want to change the attorney, I think we have the right to change the attorney. But we're taking, Tracy charged us $23,000 whatever dollars last year. You know how much of that $23,000 goes back in our community? Most of it. But when we go to a law firm in Dallas or wherever this is, you know how much that comes back to us? None. So we're taking money from our community when we go for a law firm outside of our community. That's what bothers me the most.
This was strictly tonight, when we weren't gonna hire anybody. It was just a strictly there's not anything on there about hiring anybody or firing anybody. There's a strictly an information section on it about me informing the council of what I wanted to do.
Was there not a law firm, another law firm mentioned?
I don't think so.
In the paper it was.
Their paper,
This is all
Barbara,
I've got.
did you mention a law?
Deliberate the employment, evaluation, duties of city attorney, that's all.
This is what was in the packet.
Well, let me look, see what was in the paper.
I don't have a problem changing an attorney either, but with this much information,
Well,
That's
I
what
think
we
we
said,
can have a
that's what we said.
conversation.
That's what this information was about, is to inform you of what we're thinking about doing.
but I
There's
mean,
not anything on here
but Bert,
about
all
hiring.
I'm asking is that it should have been in our packet so that we have some time to review it, so that we could have a discussion about it. I don't even know why we're
Yeah,
discussing it.
that- we assumed that this was gonna be an executive session,
Okay.
so we couldn't put anything on there about it.
But you gave the paper,
But you
gave the paper, let me see, it says,
You couldn't give the council information, but you gave the paper information?
it does not mention the name of it does not. It just says that, consider retaining
I
a new
wanted
attorney.
to
plus
inform the
legal-
council about what we were thinking about doing. I did not bring the guy that I would like to hire as city attorney here. I wanted to discuss it with the council and see where he at. Obviously, Tracy wanted it to be out in the open.
I'm not sure that it can be discussed in executive session. It's not a personnel matter.
And
She's
plus-
not an employee.
And plus, we were not, interviewing,
And we're not.
so I don't think it could have went into executive session. I think that's another one, another law. It says, your law says that, when you are, conferring with an attorney, am I correct?
With your attorney.
With your attorney. So it wouldn't, I mean, I'm asking you as an attorney, not as our attorney, I'm asking you a question. Did I read the law right? That it said,
This is not an executive session.
and okay, that's,
You're informed.
I don't understand why why it would be me having to tell you how the law reads. That's what I don't know.
Actually, the advice on how to do this was given by the other attorney.
Oh,
We're
well,
already
That
using the
scares me.
other
that
attorney.
scares me.
Well, it's because I asked him. It's not because he volunteered it.
I'm not saying that it was. I'm saying that if he advised you that it was an executive session, that,
Well, that's one
That's-
attorney's opinion compared to another attorney's opinion, so.
I
well,
don't
there's only
think-
3 things that allow an executive session: a conference with an attorney, real estate, or personnel matter. She's neither of those 3.
Well, it's
Do we
not
have
an
any
executive
discussion?
session, so.
I have some discussion. If I'm charging too much, how much is your new attorney charging?
That's fine.
It's
So
not a
what,
matter of-
so that excuse,
Well, you will have more information if we start to do this at the next meeting or whenever we decide to do it.
Well, I have a question for Tracy. So, I mean, I find it hard to believe that this was brought just because of, billing. So, I mean, was there a disagreement between you and the city? Was there, something that this council should be aware of as far as conflicting personalities? What exactly is your interpretation of why they would be looking at replacing you?
I've heard more tonight than I've heard since the 2 times the city manager told me not to come to meetings because I wasn't going to be paid to be here, and sent me an email saying that I don't represent the city unless here the mayor tells me I do.
but is that true? Does the city manager have the right to do that? Are you hired by the city manager? Who are you hired by?
By the city council.
So how did he have the right to tell you not to do that?
Just tell me.
Did you bring that to us and ask? I think there is a control there. I think you have to know that these 6 people right here
And this one.
are in control. You
I
are
don't
the
think
employee.
anywhere in any of our procedures does it say that an attorney's mandatory. I mean,
But it didn't matter. You didn't ask. I mean, he didn't ask. He called her, right, or emailed you, right?
I got an email also.
A letter. He took it upon himself to say, don't come to the, he didn't ask us.
I think you asked me.
That's,
Yeah.
you're not the council. You're not the council.
Well, you know, this, in my opinion, and I see your point, don't misunderstand.
Bert, if you were sitting here years ago,
Thanks for interrupting.
oh, excuse me.
I see your point, I understand, but you pay me to manage the city, and I'm doing what I think is best for the city. Now, you can talk.
If you were sitting here years back when you sat on this council, what would you have done if the city manager would have done what you?
We did it for a time. I think it's right.
What are we done with?
I've informed y'all. What I want.
So, do we need to make a motion, or what needs to be done? Because I truly believe, as young as this council is, I've been saying this is about the 3rd time I've said it. Bert, with the lack of experience that you have, and you get mad at me when I say it, but with the lack of experience, the new mayor, the new council, this council is very young. We need an attorney here at these meetings.
This is just for deliberation tonight, so I'm assuming there's no call for it.
I'd like to make a comment also, just like in the meeting tonight. We had a question about what was allowed and what was not allowed. And I think we need an attorney here to say, yes, that is allowed, or no, it's not.
We can always table an item until we get an attorney's opinion on it.
I make a motion that
She said there couldn't be a motion.
that we table this till further information can be gathered
You wouldn't
and
take my motion.
disseminated to the city
I mean,
council
this
as
is
well.
really up for deliberation tonight, so.
The action motion needs to be made to adjourn.
So we don't want to, none of us want to discuss any more about, so as far as we're concerned, Tracy Jennings is our
You are the
city
city attorney?
I would like
attorney.
to direct her to please, continue coming to the meetings, every meeting.
Yes.
We'll vote on that at the next meeting, too.
Why does there have to be
Well,
a vote?
there wasn't a
Well,
vote to.
2 of you are making a decision for 6 of you.
Well, one of you made a
Yeah,
decision
and
for
you're not even
7
one of us.
people, and you're not even here, and you're not even allowed to make a decision.
I think I am.
You're not allowed to tell her what to do or not. to
You're
do.
not hired, you did not hire her. She is hired by the council.
Why did she quit coming to the meeting?
Because you told her to.
Because you told her not to come.
Well, I mean, you're saying she's your employee.
Did you?
I'm trying to save us money.
Tracy, do you want to continue working?
Well, certainly. Been doing this job for over 20 years.
Have you been with us for 20 years? Has there ever been a problem? Have you ever been brought before the council like this?
No.
Have you ever been asked not to come to the meetings? Have you always attended the city meetings? But until the last 3 months, 6 months, you were asked by the city manager,
Oh, I wasn't asked.
oh, you were told by the city manager not to attend. But for 20 years, you had been attending.
And as far as you knew, we could have instructed him to inform you not to attend these meetings.
He said very clearly, the mayor and I, but I never heard anything else.
Can I ask your legal opinion, since you are our city attorney?
Depends on what it's about.
Was that legal for him to do that?
Whether or not it's legal or not, that's not really the question. The question is, who does the city attorney serve? Just like who does the city secretary serve? Just like who does the city manager serve? We are employees of the council. We represent the best interest of the city and not 1 or 2 council members. And that's why it's important for somebody to be here besides you, because there are going to be times when maybe we have ideas and we're not staying out of the garbage. And that's my job, is try to keep us out of the garbage.
Well, the point is I don't think we work well together, and I think I can work better with somebody else, period. And there is somebody else available that specializes in municipal law.
But you're not saying that I have not been able to do this job since you've been in that position, right?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
So what is your reasoning? You just think that we shouldn't, because you, but you're not the only one that has to work with her. We have to work with her. So, I don't understand. First, you said at the very beginning because of the cost, right? So the cost is not a factor now because you.
No, it's still a factor.
It is a factor, but you just said that they were gonna charge you the same, am I correct?
Around the same price.
Around the same price. Are they gonna be able to attend these meetings?
If we want them to.
Are we gonna have to pay them from the time they leave down there to the time they get back
Probably,
down there?
but you realize.
Oh, so that's gonna cost us more, so the cost factor is out of it.
Do you realize that we had a phone conference with this attorney on the other matter? And it worked out just fine.
But it could have worked out just fine, but she was never contacted about the matter. Am I correct? Hello?
Hello? I don't want to embarrass anybody by saying something, but I'm gonna tell you what the deal was. I thought, this is my assumption, because the garbage ordinance started back last fall, over a year ago, that it had been reviewed. And we had some exposure in it, and I thought that she had reviewed it.
But did you call her and ask her if she reviewed it?
No.
No, that's been made
No.
clear. She said no, and he said no, and I said,
But y'all assumed,
I assumed that she had reviewed it.
but you didn't ask. But
No.
you went and asked this
No.
other attorney,
yes, we
that
did.
she could have gave you probably the same answer as the other attorney, maybe.
We were looking at the other attorneys because they are 100% 100% municipal, and there's somebody on call all the time who just thought at 20 years, and other people have thought it might be time to get a new face on them.
Would you, are you not available 24?
I just.
So it all comes down to,
I just said they were available to us at all times, and we've had council members showing interest in a change. So, and then there's election and new people, and time passes.
it was just brought about the wrong way.
Everything we do is gonna be brought about the wrong way as far as you're concerned.
Well, it pretty well is. When it's proven back to their, if there's laws and you don't follow the laws,
The big risk,
Okay.
not an argument.
could be.
Everybody's trying to do their job to the best of their ability.
Yes, and me as a council, yes,
And
I'm
we
trying
as a
to,
mayor.
okay.
So we can decide to table this until next meeting. At that point, I'll call for an adjournment. 7:37.
You know, Miller, you're part of the problem here in the town, you know it?
Yeah, I'm a good problem. Why is that, Jim? Why is that? Hey, Jim? I said that guy was out of order. I'm going to ask him why I'm a problem. I saw you going. Be my witness.
That's his son-in-law. Are you still recording?
Is his son-in-law?
Huh? Yeah, it's his daughter's son.
Why am I the problem, Jim? Oh, why am I the problem? Huh? What's wrong, Jim?
He doesn't even live in the city.
You don't even live in the city and you call me a problem. My goodness. Where did that come from?
I don't know. You must have pissed him off.
I don't know the man that well.
That was Jim Gilbo.
Jim Gilbo, he's Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
He was my buddy last year. He wanted me to join the chamber.
Yeah. I don't
Gee
know.
whiz, that's strange.
I don't know.
That's weird. We were buddies last year.
I've never heard him say anything about it.
I don't know. He was even going to vote for me for city council if he lived in town.
Why did it look so painful?